Namaste everyone. Welcome for the sessions on the 7 pillars of health. And again today, Dr. Acharya Shree Varma, you take us on this inner adventure, understanding the body, the mind, the soul. So last week we have taken the first session of the second part of this series. First we saw the building blocks, food, water, breathing. And then we talked about the importance of the body. So what I learned last week is, although we know that yoga is not only about asanas, we also can think that yoga is about meditation because that's an ultimate tool. But in the session last week, what I learned was that yoga is about everything. It's absolutely holistic. If you want to achieve the best of your goal, reach the best of your capacity, then the body, the mind, and the soul have to be in harmony. So we saw, and if you have not seen, you can still watch the recording on our channel. We saw about body detox. And today you're taking us on a journey in the mind, how Ayurveda sees the mind, function of the mind, the role of the mind, and how to detox the mind.
Ayurveda talks about the swastha or the state of health is prasanna atma indriya manaha, a blissful harmonious state in the body, mind and soul. So we discuss about the sharira shuddhi or purity and flexibility of the body. It decides by how is your appetite, how is your bowels, how is your sleep, how your body is flexible and fit to do the day-to-day activities without any pain or without any extra efforts. Then your body is in a good condition. When your body is not healthy, you have to meet a Vaidya or a health counselor or your family physician and take care of your physical body. That should be your first priority. You are absolutely healthy in the body. Don't wait to get a disease. Yearly once visit Kanha Shanti Vanam and take the Panchakarma therapies. It is to maintain the health in the healthy person. So there, your physical body getting an assurance, Shadayu. It is 100 years of life without any suffering. The next part of the Ayurveda's specialization is the mind. It is very easy for us to understand. We are all called Manushas. We are dominated by our manas. We take all our efforts how to regulate the mind, how to control the mind. Most of the people, they suffer with the emotional problems. Only few people, they have a physical challenges, but in all of us, most of us, we have emotional challenges. We doesn't know how our mind operates, what is mind, where the mind is. This subject of the mind, it is not written anywhere in the Ayurvedic text. This subject is aptopadesham.
What does that mean?
The guru has to teach you by words. He teach you and he says you grasp. And you take a notes for yourself, but when you're teaching to a person, it is only verbal or vocal. It is not a written subject. This mano indriya jnanam, that is how this mind is connecting with this body and how it is operating and where it is.
So it's only by tradition
It's a
that
tradition.
we get the knowledge.
Yes. So very few Paramparya families, the heritage, they treat all the layers, body, mind and soul, or all the koshas. So there this knowledge comes, what the mind is. For example, I am sitting and I am talking with you. This is a physical body. For say I am dead, this body will be there. Something will be missing from this body, that we call that a soul. So there is a body, there is a soul, I can close my eyes and I can connect myself to Hyderabad. I can connect myself to Paris. I can connect myself to the moon. I can connect myself to my father. What is connecting this body and the soul? That spectrum is called mind.
A spectrum.
It's a spectrum. How we say is the electricity, you know there is a power, that's why the light is. There is the energy which connects the body and the soul, that is called the mind. What is the functions of mind, or where this mind locates? We all think mind locates at the brain.
Yeah.
But is it true? When everybody believed the earth is a flat surface, it could be a square or it could be a rectangular, the first person Galileo conveyed, no, it could be the round shape. So Ayurveda talks about the mind. It is not only in your brain, your mind is spreading in all over your body. It have the locations, the major chakras and the minor chakras. So these chakras are the connective points of the sharira, the body, and the soul. So mind is the connective spectrum. It locates in all over your body, but it have the junctions where it make the emotions, where it bridge the body and the soul.
So if we look at the brain, it will be the organ of the nervous system like any other organ. But the mind is a different concept that is more related to the chakras.
Mind, it's the function of the brain, but how many brains we have?
What does Ayurveda say?
There, Ayurveda says we have 7 brains.
Okay, so where are they in our, is there location in our body?
Yes. The brain which locates the actual, the medical or the scientific brain, which have the neurons and it operates on its own through its central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. It locates in the skull, that have a function of experiencing the sensory perceptions. That's what we see, what we read, what we hear, what we smell, what get touched. So it is receiving the informations and it is processing. It makes you to feel what it is and it is responding to that. So the functions of a mind is connecting jnanendriyas and karmendriyas. So it can be eyes, nose, ears, tongue and touch feeling, or your hands or the legs or the skin, how it is.
So the receptor and the action.
Yes. But the next process is happening. What the informations it receives, it have an analytical talent.
Yes.
It is analyzing. Where it operates from the Agneya or in between the eyebrows.
Okay.
So that's the second brain. First brain, where you collect everything, that we say Sahasraram. That's the top of your skull. The second brain, which is responsible analytical knowledge. That's in between the eyebrows. What it receives, it knows what has to be observed and what has to be conveyed. That operates from the neck region. It's called Vishuddhi. It is responsible for the communication. The next function, it is experiencing or feeling the love. It's on the heart region. It is called Anahat. Then people have the sharing tendency, what they have inside, they have a feeling of sharing. It's operating from your stomach region, which is the Manipura. And people always have a tendency to dominate towards their goals. They always have a tendency to reproduce. They are always feel they are the source of the energy, which comes from Swadhisthana, that is in between the thighs, or it can be the sexual region. The last one is the base of your mind. It is near to the anal region, in between anus and the sexual organ. It is Muladhar. It is responsible for your genetic memory, or your all your emotions, or all your samskaras you are learning, and you are keeping it for your progress. It stays in Muladhar. So this brain, or this functions of the brain, it's classified into 7 regions. These are the major chakras in Manomaya Kosham. You should not confuse the chakras which talked in meditation and what we are discussing in this chapter, because there are 7 major chakras and 108 minor chakras. These chakras are spread in 5 koshas. Few chakras are in the Annamaya Kosham, that's on the physical body, and few chakras are in the Pranamaya Kosham, that is the energy field. Few chakras, or these 7 chakras, are in the emotional field, that is a Manomaya Kosham. Few chakras on the Vijnanamaya Kosham, or your intelligent shield. More chakras are on your spiritual field, that is Anandamaya Kosham. So today we are talking about the Manomaya Kosham. Manomaya Kosham have 7 major locations. So here we learned what is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Vata is the energy from the air, Pitta is the energy from food, Kapha is the energy from water. These 3 doshas are called Sharirika doshas. In the same time, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is Manasika doshas. Are you in present? Are you happy? You are a sattvic personality. Are you sad? Are you depressed? You are in the past. It is a tamasic personality. Are you aggressive? Are you too energetic? Are you futuristic? You are rajasic. It is your basic manoprakriti. A human is a combination of sharirik, manasik, and atmaj. So this Vata, Pitta, Kapha defines the physical prakriti. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is defining your emotional prakriti. So when we are talking about emotions, we think we all are different. We all have a different emotions and different experience. It is not true. How 5,000 years before heart was, the same way heart is now. How the heart functions on me, the same way only heart is functioning on you too. How the liver functions, in the same way only liver functions. The same way, mind also functions the same. Mind moves from the present to the past, from the past to the present, from present to the future, from the future to the past. It's a pendulum, it is moving. He says, is there any possibility to control this mind?
That would not be healthy, no?
Yes.
You don't want to control.
Ayurveda says mind is your driver, mind is your servant. If you're trying to stop your mind, you're stopping your complete functions. Let regulate the mind how the mind can be regulated. Again, we go back to the basics. What you eat, what you drink, whom you breathe. Not what you breathe, whom you breathe. Mind is getting these collective informations and emotions from where you are. So, when people is taking a sattvic food, that food which nourishes the body and get eliminate without disturbing any of your emotions, that food is the sattvic food that will keep you in harmony in present. You will be friendly with everyone. When you eat the tamasic food, your body will be heavy, your mind will be always thinking about the past. If you are taking a rajasic food, it is more than what you needed, the energy is given, then it's always will have anxiety and a fear of the future, and you think something is going to happen, so you are futuristic, you are active.
But anxious.
It's anxious. Yes. We all are in a running vehicle. The earth is a running vehicle. You sit comfort, be peaceful. It will take you where you have to go. Just imagine you are in a bus, it's going on a 60 kilometer speed. Even you think you have to reach somewhere faster. Is it possible for you to run inside the bus?
Yes.
You'll meet with accidents.
It's really nice image. Very helpful to understand how we try to go beyond our capacity.
The same way, we all born with our karmas, with our samskaras, and we are learning and we are meditating how to leave these samskaras, how to leave these impressions, how to leave these luggages and experience dharma, artha, kama, moksha, and move to the next layer of our life. At the beginning, we've seen we all get formed in an invisible form to the visible form. The same way, when visible form, we may go to the invisible form. What comes with us? The knowledge, what we gain, how to unlearn, how to relieve all these extra luggages and samskaras. But the society and ambitious and the unwanted desires, which makes you to run in a running vehicle, it always makes an accident. So the complications of the mind is as simple as you are not into the rhythm. How this rhythm can be? There we says, you take an example of a water. You can take an example of an ice cube. When a water is inside the refrigerator, it's in a solid form. It's called ice cube. The ice cube taken from the refrigerator, keep it outside, it melt and it become liquid. The same ice cube in a solid form, just keeping it away from the refrigerator, it is getting exposure to the outside temperature, it become in a liquid form. You give an exposure of fire towards this water, this liquid from the cold potency, it will become the hot potency. The same liquid, it was in cold, now it is in a hot. Again, give some more exposure to the fire, the same water will be into the vapor. You can see from the liquid form, it is becoming the air form. Again, you give more heat, the the water is no more. It is an invisible. The water gone. The same way, you have your emotions in your Muladhar. You have your desires in the Muladhar. You have to give an exposure with your prana. This prana will make the granthis to move its stage from the solidity towards the liquid. From the liquid, it become the Agni. From there, it become the air. Then it become Akash, the space. How the external temperature change the ice cube from the solid form to the invisible space form, in the same way, when the physical body is flexible and pure, you start doing the pranayam that will regulate your pranamaya kosham. The deeper breath goes to your Muladhar or the base of your spine. This temperature is giving an exposure to the unexpressed emotions and desire. It moves the consciousness from the solidity or the nature of the earth to the nature of the jala. There, every people, they have their desires, they have their goals in their life. Am I right?
Yes.
You all have your desires and goals. Only very few people reach their goals. We say hard work takes you towards attaining your goal. It is not true. Hard works makes you energetic and expertise.
Okay.
The inner energy, the inbuilt energy, that is your prana, drives you towards the purpose of your life or towards your goal. We are seeing people, they are doing like a 12 hours work or a 16 hours work, or everyone is progressing. Here, it says, however you work, how long you work, depend on that. You need a relaxation. You need to align your breath. So the first phase is you're working on your physical body, make it more flexible and pure. It is not a solid and rigid. If you make your body solid and rigid, you are done. That's it. You are the best at your first standard. Some people say, like at my school days, I was the best student. After that, what happened? Nothing happened. You're best at your school subjects. So this physical body, it's not strong enough. It is fit and flexible. There you do pranayam, learn pranayam with a proper teacher. This pranayam has to make this transformation of this energy. Your desires and your goals, you may have thousands of desires, you may have thousands of goals, but the universe decides which is better for the mankind. Only that goals will be attainable. Not every goal can be attainable. How this process happens? The prana has to go, and the Muladhar chakra or your emotions in a rigid form which stays in the end of your spine, this prana has to, this energy has to make that state from the solid to the liquid. So everybody have a desire, everybody have a goal. Very few people have energy to move towards that. Many people, they doesn't know what is their desire, what is their goal. Even we say we are the slave of the desire. So what is the slave of the desire is? You are always thinking about you, and it's a self-centered and a selfish. That desires, whatever the hard work you do, it will be very difficult for you to achieve that. You have a desire to make a betterment on another person. You have a desire to betterment on the society. You have a desire to make a betterment on the community. You have a desire to make a betterment on the earth. That desire is called Dharma.
And that moves you.
Yes.
That gives you the right energy you're talking about.
Yes. Otherwise, whatever you do,
It stays.
this alchemy will not happen. Some people will be doing a lot of asanas, a lot of flexibility, but still you are self-centered. Still you are the slave of your selfish desire. This prana won't hit your Muladhara. So Ayurveda and Marma Shastra talks this science. You have a desire, you have the highest goal to make the betterment on the society. There, it is your first responsibility. Take care of your physical body. You are physically fit and flexible. Please look into your breath. What is the proper breath? There, the breath, it goes to your Muladhara and it culminates, it transforms your desire and goals to the Dharma or the purpose or cause to make a betterment before you leave from this earth. When someone have a desire or a goal to make a betterment, what they need the energy. Energy comes from Swadhisthana. So when the desire moves from the Muladhara to the Swadhisthana, you will feel a lot of energy, you will feel a lot of enthusiasm. Don't have a guilt for that. It's very normal. If your desire or goal is to make the betterment on the society, your desire will be achieved. For that, you need an energy. The energy comes from your Swadhisthana. When the energy comes from Swadhisthana, you will have a tendency of dominating or surrendering. You will have a tendency of active or passive. A lot of people, they get lost at this place. Confused because of the guilt. Because some religion, some sect, it talks you born out of sin. What your emotions come from Swadhisthana, it is not good. No, it is not that at all. You born out of happiness. When your father and mother are happy together, you origin with that source of the happiness. Your Swadhisthana will have energy to create, to produce, to reproduce the betterment. What purpose you get the birth on this earth, that you will remember and you will take an effort to create, to produce or reproduce. That is the purpose of the human life.
Yes.
You born and you getting to know why you born and how you have to achieve or reach that. That energy comes, don't get confused. You will have only two tendencies. Because that place represents Jal Mahabhut. There, sun or moon, any one energy will connect with you through your prana. If you are dominated by the sun energy, you will be dominating people. You will rushing towards the betterment of your goal. If the moon energy is dominating, you will be passive. You know what to do, you know how to do, but you will not take any efforts to do it.
And you can choose. In real life, you can decide like, here I'm active, here I'm passive, correct?
Yes.
It's not like you are all the time dominating.
So, people where they have to be dominate, there they surrender. Where they have to surrender, there they dominate. This is the sickness of Swadhisthana. Most of the people on their teens, they complicate their life. Even you may have this experience. A lot of people might be coming to you to learn yoga. You are teaching 2-3 days, they are learning from you, and they are being friendly with you. Then the next day they says, Dolly, not this, this can be done in this way. They came for a learning, but when you become friendly, they start teaching. When you're going, you have a tendency to communicate something. You have a tendency to ask something, but you will not. One of my guru, he says this with a very beautiful example. He says, at the teenage, we have energy and we have an attraction towards the opposite sex. So, you go there and you express, I love you. What it means, he says, if somebody's childhood and the parents, everything is happy around, they are completely happy within, they will transmit this fragrance of love. The person who's with him or her, they will feel this love. They don't have to go and say, I love you. Who's already depressed, who's already having lot of challenges inside, and they need somebody to take care of them. They're meeting somebody or seeing somebody and having a hope, this person will be the right person to take care of me. Then I had to go and ask them, are you loving me? Can you take care of me? But it never happens. This person goes and conveys, I love you. This emotion comes, but the expression is not correct. You need the care, then you should ask the care. You are committing, you are ready to take care. And the other person also, if they come with the happy childhood, they are nourished with a love and happiness. When you are going and when you are communicating, they will understand. You are a person, you are in need of a care, you don't have enough time or extra energy to take care of another person. But the person also going through a tough time in their life and they are in a need of love and care. Even they have a longingness and beggingness inside them, but they have a challenge in their Swadhisthana. So they also accept the love and they expect you to take care of, you expect them to take care of you. Life become a disaster. This we says, which energy you are dominated by. Are you dominated by sun or are you dominated by moon? So Ayurveda or the Marma Shastra, it is not talking sun energy is good, moon energy is bad. It is not like that. It says this energy has to balance with your nadi. So the right nadi, the Surya nadi, and the left nadi, Chandra nadi, when you do the nadi shuddhi regular, this nadi will get balanced and you will experience the harmony, that is the susumna. It's a balanced, the nadi is not the sun energy is dominating, not the moon energy is dominating. When this balanced energy flowing in your Swadhisthana, you know where to dominate, where to surrender, where to be active, where to be passive, where to give, where to take. You will not have any guilt on these operations. This is called yin and yang. This is called Ushna and Shida. This is called day and night. The duality. Don't have a guilt or a conflict on your dualities. It is a normal human emotion.
Nature, it's even nature completely. So
Yes.
we have dualities in everything in nature.
Yes.
Sun and moon.
Yes.
Being first.
To align that, your physical body should be flexible and fit. Then you go for an Nadi Shuddhi. With the challenges on the physical body, with the problems on the physical body, the problems in your stomach, you have the toxicity in your body, and you take the pranayam or you take the Nadi Shuddhi, it is not advised at all.
You might fall sick, no?
Yes. If your cloth is dirty, first you wash, then you do coloring and decoration. Without washing, don't do a coloring or a decoration on the dirty cloth. So Ayurveda talks about purity on the body is the first base. Once that's confirmed, then you learn the Nadi Shuddhi or pranayam from the right teacher. Again, making a physical body fit and rigid makes you first standard, you are an excellent. In the same way, you go to a wrong school, they will give you a 45 minutes of breathing exercise. You'll be awesome. You will be doing your Kapalapati and your Brahmri and your Bastrika. Excellent. The second standard, you're very good. And you will stay there. You will not move forward. There, the Heartfulness Yoga is designed to make you conscious from the Annamaya Kosham to the Anandamaya Kosham. We never make anywhere you be stagnant. Heartfulness Yoga drives you towards the real purpose of life, that is the spiritual progress. So there we are talking about flexibility in the body, flexibility in the mind. This rigidity makes you destroy. So the Nadi Shuddhi and Pranayam makes this Swadhisthana Chakra harmony and healthy. Then your energy from Jal Mahabhut, it moves to the Manipur. Manipur is the Agni. There only the physical field and this emotional field get connect. Your stomach, how the food is getting digested and the energy is taken and unwanted things get eliminated. In the same way, the breathing practices will connect your stomach and the Manipura chakra. It is responsible for sharing. We all have a tendency to share things to people. We all are sharing. But what we share? Someone asks you, how are you? When it's an unknown person, then we say, like, fine, thank you. If it's a known person, by mistake, if they ask, how are you? You have a lorry of things to put on them. You have loads of problems to throw on them. Just you ask yourself, what you share with your closed ones? All your problems, all your negatives. You have a tendency to share, but what you are keeping inside, loads and luggages inside. You can go to a counseling person, you can go to an expert and you can express that. But with the beloved, with the loved ones, every problem with the family or the relationships comes from the Manipur. How we take a food and after digestion, the shit has to eliminate. That's a healthy body. In the same way, mind is receiving all the informations after the process. Through the cleaning, things has to go out. You're not eliminating out. You have an emotional constipation, you're keeping that in your Manipur. And you have a tendency of sharing. You share every negative to the people around you and you're expecting them. They have to love you, they have to take care of you. You're putting your waste into a waste box. The waste box should be strong enough. The heavy dungeon and drainage you are putting in a soft box, it will get break and it will spread everywhere, right?
Yes.
So you have your emotional challenges, but your Manipura is getting blocked. You doesn't know how to clean it. You doesn't take any effort of cleaning it. And what do? You throw on people. Is it the unknown people or the third person you are throwing? No. You want to get a good name from every one of your neighbors. You adjust, you polite, you diplomatic, and take all the pressure and come and wear your show at the home, within the family.
Or you keep it to yourself
And you destroy yourself.
or your mind.
Both body and mind is interconnected. So Ayurveda and Marma Shastra, which talks a lot about the Agni, how he says the food is the best nourisher, Jalam is the best aushadam, best medicine. The same way, the Agni is the best destroyer. It can be good or it can be bad. Don't discriminate. What is needed will stay with you. What is not needed, it will go away from you. If you do a certain practices as per the Yoga Shastra. Here Ayurveda and Yoga works together. Your Jadaragni should be proper to make the Manipura chakra function. So the third, sharing responsibility. Once you realized where you are complicating your relationship, just you share the negatives, just you are sharing the unwanted, that makes people heavy. You see, like whom we are getting connected more? People who share positive things. We wish to listen positive things. Or whom you are getting connected more, if you analyze, the person might be sharing a lot of positivity towards you. There you have a connectivity towards them. If somebody shared negative to you, you get away from them. But you never analyze yourself, what you are sharing to your beloved, what you are sharing to your kids, what you are sharing to your mother. It is your self responsibility. You be in purest state. Then this goodness will share. This love will get shared. Otherwise, you are getting blocked at your Muladhara, you have a guilt in your Swadhisthana, and you have a emotional diarrhea. Every negativity you spit everywhere. Life will be complicated. So these three chakras, it have an animal tendency. Unless you take an effort, nobody else can help on you. It is your effort. You be conscious what you eat, what you drink, what you breathe, how you breathe, whom you breathe. Is it your appetite, bowel, sleep is normal, your body is fit and flexible, you don't have any pain in your physical body, there you sit and close your eyes and take a deeper breath, get trained by a proper teacher. There this prana goes to Muladhara, there the solidity of your emotions will get melt into water. Don't have a guilt on that. Let again the breath continues. The Agni gets connect with that. It will destroy the toxicity from the Manipura. Only it will transmit the fragrance of love. And when you spread the fragrance of the real purpose of life, the people will get connect with Anahat. There the real love starts. Love is nothing but you take care of yourself, you make your life better, and you are there to take an additional responsibility, somebody near to you, to make their life better. Already you complicate your life and you go someone and says like, I am there to take care of your life, they will say, thank you, namaste, done. I know you, right? So we've seen the Sharira Shuddhi, how it happens, on what is the location of mind and how it operates, and what is sattva, what is rajas, what is tamas, and what emotion stays in Muladhara and how it move towards the Swadhisthana and how it get expressed and share it in Manipur. And we are moving to Anahat, it's unconditional love. or unconditional commitment towards someone to make the betterment on their life.
Okay.
I hope this session been useful to all of you. We will see the next chakras on the next session.
So thank you for all this knowledge. If you want to review and make sure that you grasp all these important notions we got in the first 3 chakras, and then you're going to take us to the next ones. But I also hope that you will take us into the practice. How do I detox? Now that I understand the mind, where it is expressed, and the 7 functions of the mind, how do I detox? I hope you will take us there.
On this Yoga for Unity series, we are explaining all the theory part of 7 pillars of health. Who's interested to learn more deeper and get live sessions and travel towards your positive health, we organize the advanced Marma therapy learning. Every month we will have a 2 days program at Kanha Shanti Vanam. We will go deeper to the science for your betterment, for your beloved betterment, for your society's betterment. It is a self-healing and self-transformative sessions. You can learn this from the experts who practice heartfulness meditation, and last 24 years we did a lot of research on this integrated approach towards healing the body, mind and soul. Someone interested, please write to us. We'll be very happy to learn together. Thank you.